maybe. There we go. Okay, so this can be bigger. Oh my gosh. I can open up all the PC labels. We're all here.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
we're back after a month.
2 months almost.
It's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
yeah.
We're
Then-
children.
We didn't die at the same time. Promise. We
Ugh.
took turns.
All right. Well, welcome back. Hi, Peach. We are starting now. You're welcome. Let us do. You guys remember the meme I sent in the group chat?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
good.
Yep.
First things first, let's do icebreaker.
I do remember, but that was like another 2 weeks ago.
I know.
I
I was like, that
remember-
took a while.
I remember where we stopped. I couldn't tell you what we did before that.
We were on a ship before that.
We're like in the desert now.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Milky got exhaustion and wouldn't tell anybody, and then got it again, and I told him to take a nap.
I didn't get it again. Someone else got it. I only got
I
the
don't know. I was tired of people getting exhaustion, so I was like, "We're done. We're
Oh,
sleeping."
bro didn't know that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because I knew that. I think I knew where I ended, but then Nolki hit it, and I couldn't make an insight check, so I just
Alright.
whatever.
It looks like everybody's
high enough.
tied, so if everyone could roll a d20 for me.
Ooh.
Great. Great. That dice not getting used for the rest of the night.
Nice.
That bad.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Oh.
it's dead.
So yeah, that dice is in timeout.
Okay. So 1.
12.
16.
2. You are muted,
10.
my love.
No, he's not.
No, it's
He said
not.
9.
You
Do I-
muted
Oh,
it.
I still have him muted from Faz. Oh my god.
I was like, he is not muted.
I kept hearing
I can hear him.
Okay,
I think we
when
sh-
you
we
hear
should've just
him,
ran with
when
it.
you hear everybody's voices twice, you go through and you hit mute. What was your number?
You
I'm
just told
sorry.
me to mute,
It-
which I did.
You
No,
kept
it was
going back
9.
and forth. I finally said nah.
Well, I picked a direction.
You said
9.
9.
I had to remember.
Okay, it was mostly just to see if anybody else rolled a 1. So, if Devin was a dice from your standard D&D set, which one would she be?
The D6.
No,
It's
because it's
sturdy,
like solid.
It's not too sharp. It's solid. It's not
Yeah.
gonna roll too easily. It's solid. It's gonna be there, and it's gonna deal damage.
It's a classic, I suppose.
A
Yeah.
D4.
Sharp, deadly.
Don't step on it.
I think Roland's more of a D4.
Yeah, because he's pokey.
Sharp and super dangerous in the dark.
See, I was thinking it because it's like a D4 is like, oh, it's cute, and it's like a little triangle, and that's pretty neat. But then, yeah, if you drop it, you're fucked.
That's fair.
So when Devin hits things, they're just fucked.
I don't think we even get to the point that you're like, oh, Devin's cute. It's just like, no, Devin's scary.
Devin's there, and everyone's getting hit.
I have to agree with this D6 decision, mostly because
I
of
will fuck your day. Sorry.
All right, never mind. Let us continue on.
You're sorry. I thought
It's also a D6 is what I do with my weapon damage, so I use them all the time.
Extra
Oh.
fun. Extra fun.
So it fits. That's a good one.
I'm now trying to think of everyone, and I think I've got it. I think it's pretty good.
Now I want to
Alright.
hear.
Okay, Roland's a D4 because sharp and dangerous in the dark. Devin is a D6 because sturdy and hits hard. I think Kalita's gonna have to be the D20, just because the most well-rounded of the group. Sorry for rounded puns. I think Nolki's probably gonna be the D8, just because that's the damage Nolki does, and I love my D8, and also it's like the most like weirdly gemstone like. Which I feel like, because the ones I have are like with little like gemstones, and that seems like a Nolki thing. Um, I think I'm a little stuck on D10 and D12. What do you guys think for between Ryan and Bro?
Ryan's the D12.
Okay.
Ryan is straight up D12 because that is the dice of barbarians, and Ryan is our as close to a barbarian as we'll get. I love you, Devin, but Ryan is as close to a
Well, it's fine. I'll just remember that when I ask the Nolty class to be like, oh, no, never mind. I am.
Yeah. I think the D12 and the D10 are similar enough that that's why they're kind of in shape. That it's like, these are the same dice. But one is D12 and one is D10. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Nice.
There you go.
So many D20.
All right. Let us continue on to the hardest part of our Cantata Lutum intro. I will take volunteers
Going once.
to do recap.
Going twice.
But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only one person left.
No, I got it.
Bro, you better be ready because the moment there's no volunteers, you're next.
But I feel like someone always volunteers, so I'm just like, I'm good. It's fine.
Nobody volunteer next week.
I got you,
Fuck
Ro.
all of you. But like next week is gonna be fine because I'll know what's gonna happen. Whereas this time I'm like, fuck no.
Alright, I am going to switch us over to... Sorry, you guys have to deal with my shitty taste in music.
This is great.
This is great music. What do you mean?
All right.
The one I had on before?
It was good too. I could barely hear it, but it was good.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys would like that artist, but sure,
I
why
thought
not?
it was good. Yeah.
Alright, okay.
I have it turned down.
All right. And I'm hoping for some Devon assists along the way.
Okay.
We started off last session, 2 sessions ago, is the session where the dungeon had dragons.
Yeah.
We fought a
Right.
dragon, cave in, we escaped, found out that the person that this crew of traders is looking for has been killed. We do not have any proof of this. We killed the dragon. It was awesome. That brings us to the start of last session. We are exhausted. We are sleeping. We are on the banks, not ready to row out. We have just had an ordeal. We get up in the morning and it's time to continue the adventure. So we row back to the boat. A few minor inconveniences. Devin pulling the weight of 2 people because someone kept failing. And it wasn't any of us, which is a fun new development.
I was like, wait, I was on the
Yeah.
boat with Devin.
No, I don't think you were rowing.
No,
No,
I
it was
wasn't.
the other person.
Good, because that joke becomes a lot meaner if it's one of us. So we got back on the boat. We kind of chatted with some people. Nothing too much of note, and then we ended up at the shores of Terra Veritatis. I got it right because Kalita did not correct me. That means I pronounced the country name right. Which were inhospitable, to say the best. There's a ladder, kind of. There's a dock, kind of. So using magic and teleportation and boots that let us walk up walls, we got up to the top and set out across the desert, heading towards the center and the main city in Terra Veritatis. And now it is where we left off time-wise, which I do believe is a DM discretion moment. For if
And
we
the
left
last
off
thing
at
was
night or in the morning.
It was like Devin keeping watch, watching
Like a
like
weird time, wasn't it?
Yes.
yeah. I think. Hold on. It was No, actually, the last thing I wrote in notes was we left the dock
Ah,
carefully.
The last thing
Yeah.
that happened was Devin took a watch as the
Mhm.
sun began to rise
Yeah.
in the very sandy, harsh coastline.
and it was real pretty. I remember now.
And it was pretty.
Don't remember.
It's desolate and gray, but the look of the sun on the water brought new hope.
So, she awakens. Or, no, she kind of wants to go back to sleep.
I'm sleepy.
Because Roland is awake.
Yup.
Definitely been 4 hours. What is your guys' plan?
My plan is to have. Oh, fuck. Well, I want to go to sleep. Get some rest. Because I stayed awake. I would like to get a rest. So if Roland is okay, that wasn't our plan to move at night to avoid the like brunt of the desert.
As long as, like, yeah, we're in the desert.
Yeah,
When we get to the mountains, it should be fine.
yeah.
Take your nap.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's well rested because we've got a bit of a journey ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so if Roland's down to keep watch, I think Roland and Devin are the only two people awake at this moment.
And Devin, I'm barely hanging on, bro. Exhausted.
Oh, yeah, Devin is very, very tired.
I made like what 3 or 4 rolls to keep awake for a watch,
Yes, you
or
had
something like that.
you had to
That's a
make
lot.
an extra roll that nobody else had to make to see if you could stay awake during the watch.
And I
Yeah,
figured we
so-
would take turns doing watch, so we didn't have to like have one person doing it.
Well,
but-
I had never taken any exhaustion, and I have a pretty beefy con mod, so that's why I was like,
yeah,
I'll
I
roll.
didn't take one either.
So oh,
I mean,
but
So
the
if we
plan
wanted
was.
to trade, that would be fine. But
I mean,
But
now
you've
Roland should
only
be
had
fine.
you have only had 4 hours of rest yourself. So the plan was to let Roland get a rest, and then all of us watch, and Roland just be awake, keeping an eye on everything until we're all rested. And then if we needed other watches, we could do that. Because Nolki is gonna have to
reset the dough.
reset the hut anyway while we're waiting for nighttime. So if we're waiting for it to be later in the day, there should be plenty of time for all of us to get rests in and stuff. If that's what we wanted to do.
I guess I just have a question. This is DM's discretion because I guess I technically was asleep. But like, are there any like particular like creatures or dangers that I would know about having like crossed the desert that I would warn people about?
Make a nature check.
First roll of the session.
Here we go.
First roll of the new freaking year in the campaign.
Woo!
Dirty 20.
Nice.
There
Start
you
the year
go.
off right.
There you go. The desert does have its challenges. To be perfectly honest, the most dangerous of those challenges is dehydration. Besides,
You don't want to dawdle too long.
besides the occasional beetle here and there, most of the monsters you faced were pretty low key. They were definitely very like, they'll either pass us up, or if they're hungry, they'll make a big deal out of it, but nothing that we can't just handle. You were able to handle it by yourself. Now you have a full
Matt's
6-person
friends.
party.
We're good. Just don't waste water.
The power of friendship.
You said dirty 20?
Mm-hmm.
You vaguely remember some weird, sandy, almost elemental-ish creatures from one of your battles beforehand. And suddenly that kind of takes you back over. You were like, you remember that, and then you're just kind of like, wasn't that we're like close to where we just were?
Like where we are now, or where we started out?
When you fought the dragon.
Oh, near the dragon.
Real neat.
Nice.
Awesome.
Real helpful. Yep.
Cool though. Because that means the dragon's doing things. Was doing things. It's dead now.
Yeah. Sorry.
We poked.
All right. Roland, perception check for me, please. You are in broad daylight.
He is
Or you're
in broad
looking-
daylight.
You're looking out into broad daylight. So
16. I have to remember how to do math.
16? Okay.
Pretty great.
The watch goes about as uneventfully as the land itself is.
Sweet.
So, oh gosh, it was about 3 or 4 in the morning when you guys finally laid down.
Yep.
4 hours for Roland, so probably about 9, which is like sunrise ish. And then another 4 hours.
The one.
So that'll be, yeah, it's about 1 in the afternoon when people start waking up, except for Devin.
Who is still asleep, and Nolki, before the dome goes down, is gonna cast the dome again.
Okay.
So
Go
there's
for
no
it.
bright light to wake Devin up. Yeah, it'll take like 10 minutes. I'm just gonna.
Probably
Question,
I'm
how,
walking
me
the
up anyway?
circle.
how warm is it in the...
I think I control the temperature.
You
Can
do.
control some temperature too? Nice.
Within, I think it's like,
Within the dome, yeah.
it's also
The
within a certain
atmosphere
degree
inside
range.
the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside.
Just
Okay,
comfy.
cool.
Okay,
I love
maybe I'm
times
thinking
that.
of the second edition one. Because the second edition one, it's within, it's either like 30 degrees warmer or 30 degrees cooler, or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, that's a
Can you
neat.
imagine trapping your enemies in tiny hut and just have it a smoldering hot temperature?
Yes.
If
And
you
they-
could
I
do
have.
that.
That would be awesome.
That
Just
would be
30
cool.
degrees warmer. No, I have thought of this. The problem is it takes a minute to cast even if it's prepared, which is 10 rounds of combat,
Mm-hmm.
sadly.
Protect the Nolki.
I
Must
I
protect
really
me.
think that there's gonna come a moment where it's like, okay, I have to do some spell to get us out of here. Protect me, as I'm just running around with like a bag of sand, laying in a circle.
One of like the worst quests ever in any video game ever. Protect me while I do this. Hurry.
and then it's
And then it
bugged.
gets so hard.
And
It
What if
doesn't
it's the
work.
complete opposite, and you just sit there?
Noki just trips at some point. It takes another 3 rounds.
Okay, so you guys, off topic, it's been a while. So those of you who play WoW and have done the panda quests, you know the one where you have to run and grab the healer, bring the healer back, and protect the healer, but you need more healers to make the bar fill up faster, but if you run away to go get more healers, the lizard people attack.
God.
And it's just like this constant battle.
That's hands down the worst quest in
It's so
Pandaria
bad.
ever.
I just want I just want this to happen with wizards. Just.
So anyway.
I need you to go grab this spell component. Go. Wait, no, don't leave me, but go.
No, it'll be one of those quests where like you're trying to make something, but you don't have the components immediately on you, so you're telling all of us to go get you what
Oh.
you need to bring it
Yeah.
to you,
There was one of those in Wrath of the Lich
and we
King.
have 2 seconds to get it for you, or else the spell doesn't work.
You have to start all over.
You have to start all over. Yeah, those quests are fun. Those are
Scalpel.
great.
Yeah.
It's like, we need lemongrass. Where's my lemongrass?
The spell will fail if I do not have lemongrass.
Continuing on. Does anybody have anything they wish to do while they're just kind of watching Devin sleep in the dome?
Like the
We'll play some dice.
Get uncomfortably close to her. Kidding.
Watching Devin sleep in the dome. That's what we're
we're-
doing.
We're in the desert, so I'm probably gonna change my spell list up a little bit. Like I might not need invisibility as much, and I might grab like. Oh wait,
Well,
no, I don't have that anymore.
we're not
Never mind.
gonna always be in the desert. We're just in the desert till we get to the mountains.
Yes,
So
I'm just gonna grab a fire shield in case I need protection from heat at any place.
Actually, I think I might switch out. Can I switch out one of my spells?
As
just
long
took
as
a long
it's
rest.
Long
so
rest.
not, you
Yeah, I
guys
took
took
a
a
long
long
rest.
I'll
rest.
just took a long rest.
Everyone
so.
can put in their long rest if you need to.
Okay, I'm going to get create or destroy water. So
Ooh.
That's a
I
good
can-
move. That's
okay,
a good move.
we're a little bit better right now.
Good
Just in
move.
case
I've
I'm
got this
missing
spell.
something as a spellcaster, I don't have to switch out spells, right?
You
don't have to?
That's
No.
an option?
Yeah.
Every time you take a long rest, you can switch out your spells that you have prepared.
And the things you can't is your cantrips, I believe.
Yeah.
See, and I thought it was like, these are the spells I picked when I leveled. These are the spells I always have.
Nope.
That's how
wizard.
some people do it.
Well,
but
that's good to know. That's probably how I'm going to do it, because that's just a lot of complication. And I
it's like if you pick
No,
the
it's
spells.
much harder not to.
Yeah. The
I've
only
never
one.
been a spellcaster even outside of 5th edition, so I'm just going to keep it simple now.
The only one who really has to worry about knowing the spells first and then preparing the spells is this
It's
one.
Nolki. Or Nolki or Kalita?
Nolki.
When you
Divination.
That's the whole
You're
thing
pretty
with
dumb,
wizards.
you point down, it points at Kalita.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
No,
Oh,
not for
there.
us,
to
not
like
for
the
us.
angle.
I'm
You
at
have
the
to-
very bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Noki's
Noki's
right below.
Noki's right here.
Nolki's right there.
Nolki
Yeah.
is
Nolki is-
up to the right from me.
He's over there.
Is it not alphabetical right now?
It is
It should
alphabetical.
be.
Yeah,
Alphabetical.
No, because it's Delwyn, Devin, Kalita, Nolki.
that's alphabetical.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then I'm right below Delwyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, also like we have the 3.
How you
Yeah.
have your windows adjusted will affect how it
Yeah.
looks as
I do the
well.
2x2.
Yeah, I have the 2x2 right now.
Oh,
I
You
have
can change that?
6 and 1.
it's just a. It's
Yeah,
a
depending
link
on
to
your
the
window
Discord.
size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if I full screen my Discord, then Nolki is under Delwyn. But if I do where I do split screen so I can see my character sheet and Discord at the same time, then
I do.
Kalita is below Delwyn.
For
Okay.
stream, she did point to the right person.
Yeah.
For stream, I pointed to the right person.
Yes, for stream
Okay.
it was right. For us, it was not.
Is it who, me?
Yeah, it's okay.
I know. I was like,
All
wait a
right.
minute. I thought like Nolki.
All right, we're getting a little off topic here, so let us continue
enough.
forward.
Oops.
Besides spells and stuff, did anybody else have anything they wanted to do?
Let me see if there's. Efla didn't get killed, so I'm just gonna sit there and pet Efla.
I'm gonna
4
play a
hours.
gentle tune on my pan flute.
Yeah.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
Oh no.
My performance is +10. I am not worried.
Oh, and you can't get a nat
We
one
all
either,
get
can you?
depressed. No.
Yeah, I think I think that's just persuasion and deception that I can't roll
Okay.
below a 10. Let me check though, because it's been a bit. Where are you at? Yeah, it's just persuasion and deception.
Okay.
So anywhore,
Oh my goodness.
14.
14. Okay.
I rolled a 4.
I thought I heard that right.
some of you actually almost fall asleep. Just sitting there looking at spells, and then, such pretty. Wait, what?
Milky just Efla just nips me a little bit, just texts me when I start to fall asleep.
Sorry, guys. Should I stop?
No, it's pretty.
Okay. I'll show you this one my mom showed me. Plays heavy metal on pan flute.
I just imagine the dude in the car memed where he's just like jamming on his phone.
Yes.
There needs to be more heavy metal, like
Ah,
wind
yes.
instruments.
Yes. Yes.
Bagpipes with the flames.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like just being like back and like on my homeland, and then like Ro mentioned her mom, be like, I miss my mom. Like, no, can't waste water. Oh, wait, I can make more. It's fine.
Oh God.
All right. Devin, you awaken to the rest of your party almost dozing off and Ro playing music.
Yes. I stopped playing.
How was that?
She said, "What time is it?"
What time is it? Oh goodness, it's
It's
4 or 5.
Getting to traveling time soonish.
Kinda curious though. I need everyone except for Edgy Boy to roll Constitution saving throw.
Itchy boy.
Wait,
Itchy boy.
why?
we got full red.
Oh no. Oh no.
Con saving?
Yep.
Oh
Alright.
no.
Top to bottom.
9.
Okay.
Oh, whoops, I did my math wrong. 14.
Okay.
23.
7.
I rolled a 1. So 3. I got a 3.
Alright. So natural. It's
It's
entirely
okay.
for flavor. Those of you who rolled below a 10, this actually kind of makes some sense. Nulky, you're just Nulky.
Yeah.
Devin and Ryan, with your background and your history and who you were and how you were when you were by yourselves, you pretty much had a set schedule when you were up, when you went to bed, when you woke up, when you went to bed. You know that weird haze when, like, I know some of you will get it, some of you won't, when you stay up to study for something and you stay up way too late and then you all have to go to bed, but then you wake up later than usual?
Yeah.
And you're in that
Weird.
really groggy kind of state as you try and go throughout the day. Like, you got enough sleep, but it's not within your normal sleep cycle. So you two are definitely like,
I feel like my body says breakfast, but the sky says dinner.
What are... You got 8 hours, right?
Yeah, I'm usually awake when the sun comes up. But
I just
like-
imagine I'm a zombie.
now I'm awake and the sun's going down.
now that Ro has stopped physically doing something and is just kind of sitting there watching the rest of the party, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really long night. I had to stay up to study, slept in too late, went and took the exam, but now I have an exam tomorrow and I need to stay up and study some more.
Ew.
Yup.
But you
Been
have to be
there.
up early for the next exam.
No sleep. Let's go.
So
But
I
you
could
got
make
sleep.
camel.
Yep. Yup. No more
If you
sleep.
need
Let's
something, I could be a camel. If you needed.
That's amazing. Camel.
I've seen a camel, haven't I? I just realized that.
Oh, dude, can you only be an animal that you've seen?
Yeah, you've
Might be
seen and
safe to say I
encountered.
don't think you've seen it.
No.
You can be a horse, but I
You
mean,
know
that'd
what-
be a little different, I guess.
Who
Yeah.
all has seen a camel in this party?
I don't
Are
think I've
camels
seen a
in
camel.
Terra Veritatis?
Do we
I
really
have a
want the
very
answer to
sheltered
that
life.
question?
I
Because
don't
there
think
is an
camels exist, guys.
I'm from the mountains. I have not seen a camel.
Is it me, but only in books?
You know
No, it's
about
you.
Okay.
Never
Devin,
mind.
roll a
No
d20.
camel.
Who?
Devin, roll a d20. Hi, Ragnarok.
Oh, me?
It's around that region. Yep.
Oh,
There was a camel petting in
that's
New
the-
Adventure.
do I add anything to it?
Nope, just
Just
roll a
the
d20.
14.
13? No.
14.
14? No.
14.
You
No camel for you.
have
I'm
I
not.
know.
gonna travel over the camel.
The only person who has is Nolki.
These old.
What,
He's
from
Are
not
those like the really
Sure.
weird looking donkeys?
The fuck's a
Yeah.
camel?
He's frozen on my screen and he's just.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we
He's
go.
There we
furry,
go.
though.
It was a good freeze frame, okay? It
It
was a
was
really
a
good
good
freeze
freeze.
frame.
It was cute.
I have
I know.
Oh.
His first day back, we knew this was gonna happen.
We're having some internet issues ourselves.
Hopefully he can still hear us,
That
though.
was-
That's kind of the important part.
I'm back.
Welcome
maybe.
back.
You're back.
I just kicked an antenna and now I'm connected, so we're gonna see how long it works.
Fair. I mean,
All right. Going back.
Well, I could be a horse if needed.
Horses drink a lot of water.
Don't they?
I can make water now.
Hey. That's cool.
All right.
Okay, sorry. I'm a Windows. 'Cause...
It's not me this time, is it?
No.
No. Okay,
Ah, you're back.
I'm good. Hi.
Speaking of creating water. The name of the piece that's on Spotify right now is called Rain.
ooh.
Oh, I
thought
thought
that
we
was
were
funny.
actively discussing how our bodies are making pee all the time.
I mean,
That's where we were going with it. That's cool.
This would have been a good spell to have when the boat caught on fire.
Create water?
Yeah,
Create water.
We were
Yeah,
also
water falls as
on
rain
the
in a 30-foot
ocean.
cube within range extinguishing exposed flames in the area.
That
I
might
just hope
just
it
be a
wouldn't
spell
put
you
us
need
in
to
the
keep.
water.
That might just be a spell you need to keep. I'll be honest. With the way things have been going, there's
We have a red dragonborn who sometimes spews fire as a weasel, and Nolki who has a bird that can just. Yeah, we probably should have.
lightning.
Great
I mean,
water.
I had to get rid of detect magic, so.
Oh yeah, no, detect magic is better.
But doesn't somebody else have detect magic?
I can technically have detect magic, but I never did because Nolki had it.
I don't think I ever
I
had.
had it.
But if I
not-
switch out
Somebody
spells, then
else
yes,
had
I
it.
have detect magic.
Ro can have detect magic.
I can have detect magic. I think I can also have identify.
I
This is a win-win.
I don't know how to detect magic.
We are, however, as a DM, we have moved past the long rest portion.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're not doing
We're not
anything.
doing
Of
that.
the
We're
day.
just talking.
We're just talking.
Wait, long
later.
rest again. I can
Sure.
detect magic.
We are in the part of the afternoon where it's almost evening, but it's definitely that muggy kind of heat, as muggy as you can get in a dry northern desert.
We have none of it. We are dry and comfortable. Mwahaha.
when do we want to set out? Start walking.
when
Well,
the sun.
We can get a
When the
little bit of a
sun
head start.
goes
We can
down.
start to be cool.
Anyway.
I don't know. I'm still uneasy walking through a desert at night, but I understand why we're doing it.
Yeah.
I think
Because
if we
I
want to
am
get a head start right now-
trash. I cannot see in the dark.
That's alright. You've got
I
roll.
can.
We'll hold hands, guys. Everyone
Hold
have your buddy.
hands. We've
We
got
could-
light sources.
Yeah, but we can have like torches or cast light or something. I think I have light, but
Yeah, it's just
I
it's,
have
I
dancing
just
lights.
I just think it's funny that if anything happens, me and Ryan need a light source, so we're just useless.
And Kalita.
Wait. Roll,
Oh,
roll.
Yeah, I can't see in the dark.
Oh, it's me and you. That's right. But
And Ryan. All three.
All three.
I have
all
dancing
three of
lights.
us.
Yeah.
Great.
Like half the party can't see in the dark.
Wait.
Okay, we can each have a friend.
half of us can and half of
I
us
can literally
can't.
recast dancing lights every 120 feet just to give us a path.
Or you could cast it on me.
Light.
So dancing lights, I believe you can cast. It lasts a certain amount of time. It just has to be within that range of you. So
Right.
if you move, they can move with you.
Oh, well, that's
You
even
just
better.
have them constantly floating around.
Yeah.
But I think
Well,
it only
we
lasts
can-
10 minutes.
We might. It's concentration up to 1 minute. I can just recast it.
Oh,
as a
1
cantrip.
minute.
We're gonna constantly keep casting dancing lights.
I think you
Just
only
as
get
you're
one
walking.
per
Every minute.
day.
It's a cantrip
Oh, it's a
at
cantrip.
will.
Fuck. Sorry.
A lot of casting.
There is something that you can only do like once per day.
Yeah,
That's
I was,
Yeah,
Christmas.
I have 2 spell slots: Fairy Fire and Darkness.
Very fun. So it's both of those probably.
or it's
Yep.
you get to choose one of those. It's limited, I
See,
think.
when we were talking dancing lights, I thought we meant fairy fire. And I'm
Oh.
just saying, we could use fairy fire on me, and then I'm the light source. And that's hilarious.
It wouldn't be a very good light source.
Then if we get into a fight, everything has advantage against you.
Which is
And
We
is
also
that
have
not
advantage
hilarious?
against him.
Just light on you, and you would just glow.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, Nolki, we could just do that.
We can make that happen.
Just
I
ask.
mean, it's just a dim light, though. It's not a very bright light.
So
There's
you're
nothing
like,
saying I can't cast all my spells in a day. It just says once per long rest for Fairy Fire and Darkness.
Once
so you
per
can probably
long
cast
rest,
both of them.
you can
You can cast each once, right?
once
Yeah.
per long rest. Yeah.
once
I only
per
have
long rest.
I only have like a
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
I
fine.
like to
We have
imagine-
other forms of dealing with light, so that's not a big deal.
I have a
It'll be fine.
cantrip called light.
I'm assuming I'm probably going to be taking a lead, so if you need dancing lights.
Dancing lights
I'm just-
will only last 1 minute.
But I can
we
just
have light.
recast it.
We have light. We're good.
We've got 2 people with light. We're
You
fine.
regain
We're
the ability
okay.
to do it when you finish a long rest.
We're all fine. It's all good.
What,
Why
dancing
is-
lights?
Hold up,
That's
this is
cantrip.
confusing. You know the dancing
No,
lights
it's gonna be the
cantrips.
spells
When
you
you
have
reach
once a
third
day.
level, you cast the fairy fire spell once with this tree. Okay, I understand. I completely understand. I'm going to side with him on this one because it does say you know the dancing lights cantrip. Period. When you reach third level, you can cast the fairy fire spell once with this. Oh, once
Once
with
per
this
day.
tree. There you go.
Gotcha. So
Because
you can
cantrips,
always do.
you can just cast as much as you want.
Yeah, you can always do dancing lights, but it's
Yeah.
fairy fire. You can only do.
Once per long rest. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
For-
usually save it.
Still learning. Sorry,
It's
folks.
been a hot minute.
It's been a
Seriously.
minute.
I love to imagine that we're just having this conversation as the
As
sun's
we're
setting in the
walking.
dome. Just in
Yeah.
the dome. We're waiting for the sun to set. Just, wait, so you have create water. Wait, so what did you have to get rid of for that? Detect magic. No, I can't detect magic. Wait, Rose,
Oh, I
you
can detect magic.
Right.
We'll have to
I
Oh,
change
but
that
I don't
next
have
time.
it prepared.
I
Damn
hit
it.
things with swords. I
Take
hit
another
things
nap.
with
No.
a sword.
Let's
I
take
cast
another long
stab.
rest.
I can hit things with a sword.
Wait,
Yes.
you guys can change spells?
I
I didn't know we could do that. Until
Sometimes-
right now.
sometimes I'm
You guys
feeling
get
extra
spells?
I just
saucy.
have
spell
draw magic.
things.
I can change it.
You guys have spells?
As
just
my
like
chief
that.
would say, I always have my spell slots. I cast stabbing.
All right. The sun begins to set further.
I assume we could start adventuring before it's fully down, so we have
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
of daylight.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right.
Everybody's up and ready to go. I'm like, yeah.
I stand up, bird on my head, and we're off on an adventure.
That sounds like the beginning of a J.R.R. Tolkien novel.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have
Mage armor, mage armor.
breakfast?
So,
What about second?
continuing on, I don't think I actually need to make you guys roll. Ryan, you have a wonderful ability as a circle of the land, correct?
Couple of them, but which one do you mean?
We all have a
I
lot
am
of good
talking about the
things.
one that allowed that something terrain, something rough
Oh,
terrain
non-magical difficult terrain.
does not. Okay. Sandy
Oh.
beaches,
Yeah.
if you would call them that. Sandy beaches on top of a plateau, right next to a mountain range. There are definitely
Sucks.
moments where Ryan uncharacteristically stops people from moving and walking. Kind of like she just reaches out, grabs them, says, "Nah, fam," and then turns you guys to go around. And as you guys continue forward, you see the ground shift a little bit.
Point of info. Milky also does not have is not affected by difficult terrain while he's dashing due to the mobile feat. So I'd like to imagine Ryan just trying to grab Milky before he's so light that he just runs right over it.
Oh god.
Unaffected.
Wait, sand doesn't count as earth, does it? Or
That
Does
is Earth.
fine too.
Technically.
yeah?
But I the only
essentially,
one that
you
can't
have a-
walk through sand.
you have a guide.
No, I'm not
essentially.
either.
You have a guide.
I don't have any of that magical terrain bullshit.
They're all just like la da da. We're just like there's sand in my boots.
There's
There's
sand in my
sand.
boots.
There's sand everywhere.
Guys, what is sand?
And I hate sand.
Roland, you are thinking you are lucky stars that you did not have to traverse in the middle of the day,
Oh yeah.
unshaded area.
Yeah.
We were thinking about you, homie. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't he
Brought
still
your
have his
sombrero.
Do you still have your
Yeah.
sombrero?
Your sombrero?
Heat is still dangerous to everyone.
It's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
bright,
Say
but
it.
it's not directly in his. It's not hitting his
And
face directly. It's
it
still
doesn't
bright.
I'm
fit as
also
well.
wearing a hood and a mask.
And a
And
tiara.
it doesn't
And
fit
a
as well 'cause
tiara.
you've got a tiara underneath
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay.
I
It
forgot
makes
about
me
the
really smart, okay? I am incredibly smart because of it.
Smart
I
and pretty.
love it.
If
Smart
you were
and
smart, you'd have
pretty.
fashion like this too, okay?
Yeah. You don't have
You-
to bully me just because I'm super smart now.
Don't pick on me just because I'm beautiful.
We do it because we love you.
All right.
I'm just thinking of
How late do we
like-
plan on traveling through the night?
all night.
Let's say as
I
late
don't
as
want
we
exhaustion.
can, I guess.
I don't want exhaustion.
tired.
All right.
How
So there
about
does-
we don't hide when we have exhaustion, just so we can keep track of it?
That seems very important.
have been awake the longest.
Push through to the end. Let's go.
Woo!
All right. So continuing forward, you guys travel for 3, maybe. I mean, it's boring. It is so boring.
I'm gonna play light music every
Like
once in
you
a
can
while.
see the goal in the distance at least,
Mhm.
but oh my gosh, this walk.
Forgot how much I hated this.
You started off with a lot of energy, being like, all right, yeah, let's go. About 3 hours in, you're definitely sitting there going, oh my god, it's not getting, why does it look like it's not getting closer?
Milky's not shutting up.
See, I'm used to walking through mountains and forests, not so much desert. Not as much
Same.
scenery.
This is a lot
Meanwhile,
of
Milky's
sand.
just like looks like sees a slightly discolored patch of sand and runs over.
Spy with my little eye, something tan.
Is it sand?
How'd you know?
So good at this
swear.
game.
I swear, if someone tells one more sand joke, I am going to lose it.
Can't stand the sand.
It's pretty salty if you ask me.
Why are you okay?
All right, guys, we're just gonna have to grit and bear it. Yeah, that was rough.
Rough terrain.
All
Don't be
right.
so coarse, Devin. It's fine.
They're your friends. They're your friends, Devin. They're your friends. You like them? They're your friends. They're your friends.
That
We're
feels a
just
little
going
harsh,
delusional
Devin.
in the desert.
Guys, it's only been 3 hours.
We're
Let me tell
going
you,
delusional.
there's 3 more hours.
Do you want me
Devin,
to
look
tell
on
you
the
what
bright
I got my
side.
con save again? I got a 3.
There's
I
3
got-
more
I got
hours.
a 7. I got a 9. So that's
At
really
some-
bad. for me.
At some point, the group goes quiet, and there's about 2 hours of silence before Nulki finally breaks it and goes, "So did you guys know about?" And then just starts spewing nonsense.
Walk faster.
Did you guys know about the dynasty? This ancient civilization used to be here, and it's so cool. And like nobody really talks about it.
Gonna grab him in the face and just be like, shh.
Yeah, maybe nobody talks about it because it's buried in sand now. And sand is boring. This sand is boring.
It's really super cool.
It's coarse and rough. It gets everywhere.
And like in a lot,
I hate sand.
We'll be finding the shit for weeks.
you find just hints of it in the library.
We're gonna have
It'll
to
be
walk.
all in my crevices of my.
They're
We're
not
gonna have
sand,
to
you don't find
walk
sand
back
anymore.
through this.
All right,
Gonna have
you
to
guys are
fix it
starting to hit
again.
about the 8-hour mark. You did stop halfway through to like sit down and eat something, or you've been snacking along the way. You're definitely starting to reach. It's been a day of doing things.
Probably has to create water at some point already.
Bring your jugs.
I'm basically rationing my water as much as possible
Mhm.
without,
we don't know.
harming
More.
myself.
It's fine. We've got more.
I know, but spells
Devin?
and shit.
The Nulki,
Yes.
from past experience, this could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
It is not nearly as hot. It is not nearly as humid.
I mean,
Even in the night.
that doesn't impact me all that much.
It's- I've been on worse. That doesn't make this any pleasant experience.
I can control wind. It's always fine. Are you too hot? I can make it windy.
I'm resistant to fire.
Lita?
Sand? No, it's not.
Anybody proficient in...
No.
This is where I wish second edition could come in.
Oh, and having non-weapon
I mean-
proficiencies.
Yep.
If it's a non-weapon proficiency, just ask and we can guess if we are.
Yeah, we
am.
could always check with
We
advantage.
could kind of assume
Oh,
if we would know something.
We can guess.
Okay, let's do... If you're proficient in survival.
Nope.
Yeah.
Roland and Ryan.
That's actually one of my worst modifiers.
One of my best. It's great.
It's one of my
Pretty sure
better
anything
ones.
with
so I'm not
strength is
proficient.
my worst. Yeah, survival's only +2. Not bad.
But yeah, that's that's a wisdom. So
It's a
I
wisdom.
don't have a great wisdom. It's an
So
average
who else
wisdom.
proficient in survival? Just so that I'm aware. Just the
it's
just the two of
Sneaky
you.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The guide and the guy who can see well at night. That makes
Like-
sense.
I'm good at it, but I'm not proficient at it.
Okay.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
One of you roll with advantage, or both of you roll separately. Go for it.
Who has the higher per modifier?
+7.
+4. If you want advantage, go for it.
Ryan.
Yeah, wisdom
I'll
actually
take it.
for druids.
Let's let the
Roland's just
druid
pointing
roll
things
the
out to
survival
help.
check. It's fine.
Okay, I'm glad there was a
Advantage.
yeah. The first one was a 6,
Ooh.
but I mean that still would have been like a.
That
13.
still would have been really
13.
good. Yeah.
But no, I
Yeah.
rolled a 12, so that'd be
19.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Better than I probably would have did. Hold on, let me check. Oh yeah, I rolled a 2.
So we
All
know
right.
which die was Roland.
There is a point as you guys are starting to trek, you're starting to hit about 9 hours, where looking off in the distance, using some of some of Kalita's help and from her past experience, but the two of you mostly just kind of sitting there putting it together. Probably have another 3 to 4 hours of travel before you can hit the edge of the mountains.
Do we want to try at least push through a little bit?
Let's do it.
We can try, and then if we make it there and none of us are totally fucked, we can just rest.
Has it
Fine.
been 8 hours since we left the dome?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to cast Mage Armor again
Okay.
on me and Efla.
Okay.
Oh no, I
Okay.
made this too tight.
All right. Do you guys push through?
I'm game for pushing through. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. So 9, 10, 11, 12. I need everyone to make one Constitution saving throw. See if you get through the last
Oh,
hour.
thank
That is
God.
necessary.
Oh,
Didn't really
Go
shit that time.
Jello
My dice just kept flipping between 4 and 18.
13.
7.
22.
15.
16.
19.
Ah!
Kalita, no.
All right, Kalita. That's only 1 point of exhaustion.
Yay!
Keep going.
Let's go. Swin, let's just keep going.
I wanna go
Nobody
home.
notices except for her.
No.
I will say that. Nobody knows
Okay.
except for her.
Or
That's
if she
fine.
decides to tell us, but yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's once we start getting to the second one that it gets
Like-
noticeable.
I'm doing good.
Okay, let's keep trekking.
Yeah.
Should I play a rousing tune of heavy metal?
I'm a big fan of rock myself.
Perfect. Pulls out loot.
Your puns are
We
awful last
have
night.
almost single-handedly in this session alone made more puns than we did all last year.
Yeah. To make up for the 4 weeks we missed.
Yep.
Oh my god.
She's been lining these up, man.
It's condensed puns.
You being an Earth Genasi is dangerous.
It's so good, though.
It was a rock solid
It's
pun.
so good.
It rocks, yeah.
All right. Okay. The end is in sight. And eventually, you reach the edge of the forest.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever been happy to see a tree in my entire life.
I would like to hug the tree.
Sounds like a sad life.
I like to speak to the tree. Kidding.
I am Ryan. I speak for the
Speak
trees.
with plants. I would like to become the Lorax.
Roll for
Lorax
Danny
would make an
DeVito.
excellent D&D character. Max charisma.
Roll for
I want to be proficient in that.
There's actually a really good TikTok out there.
Just
that
be a
has...
gross, naked Danny DeVito crawling out of a couch.
I'm gonna be the trash man.
The trash man.
Oh, trash all over the ring.
And then I start eating garbage.
Diana, I do not know what's going on.
Have you seen that? There's another one he does that's like, this bridge is pretty cool, and they're talking about like something else, and then he's like, yeah,
Suicide is
badass.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought it was anyway. I started
my
blasting.
my highest wisdom people. You're sitting there watching the rest of the group just kind of like come apart at the seams.
a tree.
Even just, I thought
mean
I
highest
walked
wisdom
just
people.
fine.
I do not have
I'm
high
doing
wisdom.
just fine.
She means me.
Who is the
She
highest
means me.
No. I'm talking about Ryan and Kalita. You guys are sitting there watching the rest of the group just kind of like spouting nonsense, hugging trees.
It's a
Oh.
tree.
But everyone else, sorry, that's the part that got me. Everyone else is behaving like me now.
Yes, including you.
Including
The
me.
rest. Now.
Anna DeVito.
Sand. I never want to see it again.
We're gonna
Trees
have
never
to.
hurt me like the desert did.
True facts.
I could build a house. Do
I don't know, a dryad attacked you.
you want me to build a house?
Yeah, we did.
I don't blame her. It wasn't her fault.
We didn't have a sand monster attack us, so I will say that.
I was like, it was just uneventful. Like,
I'm just gonna lay down on the grass, on the ground, away from the dirt. No sand. I'm just taking a nap right here.
We're taking that right here. Good night.
Good night.
So, interesting fact. There isn't much when it comes to grass. Yes, there's foliage, but
No, that's not what I said. I'm not laying in sand. I don't care what I'm laying on. It's just not sand.
okay. So you go to lay on it, and then as Ryan turns to look, she's like, no, and pulls you up and starts pulling out some herbs and be like, what are you doing? That's poisonous.
What do you mean?
It's poisonous!
What? It's ground.
The plant!
Should we take some?
Oh, fuck.
No.
I didn't even see the plants.
the land here is dangerous. Never forget.
I mean, you
Damn
never
it.
know when you're gonna need a poisonous plant.
Why did
mean-
you live here?
Because I don't. There's Genasi like it here.
What you
I
think?
feel
the
like
plant's
more
poisonous
inland,
to her?
it's not this scary. But I don't know, man.
It's just mountains and cold.
Dressed for the
Great.
cold?
Awesome.
No.
Well, it's summer, so it's better. But
True.
I'm
The
in chainmail.
winters.
I've got a couple layers underneath this, so
I'm now just imagining Nolki in like one of those giant parkas with the fluffy hood, and it's like more hood than Nolki.
I can't put my arms down.
There's a little
Yes.
Efla head sticking out the top.
All you see is her beak.
Cute.
Just looks like a really like slick piece of hair.
All right.
Athletic.
Interesting.
Are you guys setting up for the evening?
Yes, I
Yes.
cast Tiny Hut
yes.
Okay.
Tiny hut.
after we remove some poisonous plants from the area, or find an area without them.
I need a combination survival and nature check, please. One of each.
Both.
Ryan, do
Proficient in
both?
both.
All right, if Ryan's got it,
Go Ryan.
I mean, I have a +4 in nature if we need help. But
I would do
Yeah, I do
survival
too.
first, then nature.
Survival is 13.
Okay.
And then nature is 20.
so
26.
Nice.
are we getting clippings? Are we getting
Nice.
poisonous plant clippings?
That's amazing.
Ryan manages. Well, you guys are all very delusional, and Kalita's trying to collect everybody and be like, guys, it's just a lack of. It's just an adjustment to time schedule. What the heck? Ryan
I mean,
is
look,
off
you just-
like a kid in the candy forest. She finds this excellent like outcropping of like probably where somebody used to camp once because it's just set aside so perfectly. There's like past markings of where tents had been set up, an old campfire that's like long dead. And then as she's like doing that, she's also like, "Oh, look at those flowers!" And then takes off, and then and she goes and she's looking at him. And she's like, "Hey guys, can we go? Let's stay over here."
These are probably
What?
flowers I haven't seen before, so I'm just like, ooh.
What are those
Yeah,
bad
Exactly.
flowers too?
Just a few.
Mountain flowers are my favorite.
We're all delusional. I'm casting Tiny Hut, because now it's starting to weird Nolki out a little bit.
But yeah, this would be a perfect spot.
I'll cast it centered on the campfire.
Okay. Ooh.
Tiny Hut.
Tiny hut.
With a
Tiny
nat
hut.
20, you also managed to dig up some other flowers and various plants and herbs to make tea.
Yeah, I want some tea.
I like tea.
Anybody got
tea.
Can anybody start a fire real easy?
Yeah.
Maybe
You got
You?
the stuff for it.
You can't?
I can, but if people can do it easier,
He has to summon lightning.
can I? After I cast Tiny Hut, I'd like to spend 10 minutes with a bunch of twigs casting Fabricate to make a tiny log cabin in the fire pit.
Mm.
I can take raw materials and formulate them into something. A cabin is twigs, and I could have been taking logs and making. This is a 4th level spell slot.
what is it?
You cut out for like half of that.
Oh, I want to use Fabricate, this 4th level spell I have, to convert raw materials into products of the same material. So I'm going to take a bunch of little twigs that I've gathered, and then go to the fire pit and just make a tiny little log cabin.
So you cast
with
it?
a chimney and yep.
Okay.
It doesn't set on fire. It's just there is now in the campfire. That's the kindling.
I can instantly light or snuff a campfire.
There
so,
we go.
if you want to go that route.
Yeah, I just 120 feet. So I just 120 feet. Twigs fly in and make a little log cabin. Sorry, I love that image too much to not do that now.
Hey, if it works, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This takes a while, so it's just like, no, we can't have a fire yet. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're standing there waiting for Nolki for a hot second.
10 minutes.
Some of you fall asleep before he's done.
Cool.
Fair.
I am tired.
Eventually that happens, and I know what spell you're talking about, Ryan, so Druidcraft. And there is a fire happening. Did you do Tiny Hut first, or did you do the fire first?
Tiny Hut.
Okay, Tiny Hut, fire. Cool. Most people are asleep. Raise your hand if you fell asleep.
I'm meditating.
I
Okay.
assume I would
I've been awake since.
try to watch Noki, but yeah.
I think if I see that everyone else has fallen asleep, which, let's face it, is looking likely, I'll stay up and keep first watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is actually like almost everybody.
Yeah, because I'm the only one who rolled over a 20 on both my cons today. So I'm still chipper and good.
Speaking of which, everybody else asleep, you on watch. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it perception first or con first?
Con first.
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay. Now make a perception check.
That's a lot worse, y'all.
You made him use his good roll.
That's an 18.
Wow.
Hey.
I got a
Oh.
14, then a 17.
Nice.
Noki will protect you. That is.
That his
He
thing.
used his good rolling for the day.
Mhm.
Right.
Sunrise for you. Because you guys traveled through most of the night. It's a sunrise.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bird.
Yeah. And then go back to watching.
There's not much to your watch. You haven't really done watches before. So this
But
is weird.
I've stayed up way too late just out and about before.
Yeah, but this is, I think, one of your first watches.
This is my
since-
first watch.
I
Oh,
think you
damn.
did one once before we met Rook. I remember it.
Okay.
It was a very long time ago.
Yeah. And I think that one was only 2 hours because I think we were doing very short segments. My first 4
This
hours.
is weird. Eventually,
I've got
however, you
absolutely
hear some
company.
rustling and you immediately jump up, getting ready to respond and shocking
Starts
grasp in your
crackling.
hand. And Roland's just kind of looking at you.
Probably concerned because I'd never seen him watching, and I was probably the first one to start meditating. I didn't know you would stay up all night.
I think it takes until words are said before Milky. Very high strung Milky. Oh, all right. Good night. Not another word, just straight to bed. Efla dismissed to go sleep in her void.
Perception check from you, Mr. Roland.
Am I under the tree?
I'll allow it.
Let's go. That
Under the trees.
is a 19.
19. All right. Unlike Nolga, you're used to this. You take a watch every time.
Perks of being the drow.
So, there was once you start hitting about noon, 1 o'clock-ish, the rest of your party kind of starts to stir. Except for Nolki, of course.
I would like to rest a little more, just so I don't have a long time span between
Okay.
after they wake up.
So as you four awaken, and Roland, instead of what's the opposite of howdy?
Yeehaw!
Adios.
Adios.
Just is kind of like, okay, cool.
I'm just gonna close my eyes over here for a little bit.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to play you a song?
Sure.
I play song.
Make a performance check.
Please roll well.
14.
14.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
Like if you play badly, it'll probably keep me up.
Sorry.
It is beautiful and soothing. I need Devin, Kalita, and Ryan to make perception checks with disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
What is this?
Perception?
This is gonna be awful.
Perception.
Ugh.
Okay.
Why'd it have to be disadvantage?
I know, right? Damn.
Perception. Okay.
That
I wasn't
10.
half bad.
Roll
Okay.
the same number twice.
What'd you get?
10.
9.
14.
Okay. There comes a point as you guys are kind of listening along, enjoying what breakfast you can scrounge up. Fire's not the tastiest thing in the world. Ryan, you make the tea. And as you're kind of like, I kind of want more of these flowers. I could try and like get the seeds out of them and take them home. So you leave the bubble to go do that. And the reason you rolled a high enough perception is because you left and you're a little ways away from the sound of the music. as a twig snaps to your left. And a spear comes out of one of the bushes. Right in front of you. No move. Stand, red scaly one.
I stand.
What are you here for?
I was just picking flowers.
Tell truth. And the spear kind of jabs at you in the back, like in the side just a bit. Not enough to actually hurt or pierce skin. Your armor catches a good chunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
To dress for flowers.
I'm here with my group. We're searching for someone.
Won't find them here.
What?
You stay. No move. And you still don't see anyone. You know where like the voice is coming from. All you see is a weapon. And then you hear more movement come from behind as it gets closer to the dome. Tell friend to drop.
Did you say that?
Loki? Oh yeah, he's still sleeping, ain't he?
Oh no.
Quick, someone hit Noki. Drop his
someone-
concentration. No, I'm kidding.
Did someone say my name?
Noki, could you lower the tiny hut?
Okay, so I'm gonna look in that direction. What do I see real quick?
What's
You-
going on here?
You see Ryan, and she looks like she's picking some flowers, looking at a bush.
Why?
Sorry, Coffee Man. It's good to see you, Coffee Man, though.
Alright. And then I'm just gonna drop the dome.
Alright.
But
So the
I'm
dome-
a little on edge, so I'd like to drop the dome and cast Mage Armor on me, and I still haven't summoned Ethla back for this one. So
Okay. It's at this point the rest of you can see the spear make itself known. And it kind of comes around to Ryan, kind of like across in front of her, as a figure steps out. Very kind of nomadic, someone who obviously travels the lands a lot, but doesn't stick in one place. Donning kind of hide-looking armor. Very, rather filthy, honestly. Hair pulled back. This beautiful being, honestly. Despite the very threatening appearance. And as you guys go to react,
how's that?
you start to hear that you are surrounded.
The welcoming
As more
committee.
as more weapons begin to make themselves known, and more people.
Kalita?
Quick glance, you are well outnumbered.
While we're waiting, if I can, if things are going, can I, summon my familiar and have Ethla on my shoulder?
Oh,
and
as soon
Mage
as you summon the familiar,
Yep.
No.
the weapon around Ryan becomes more threatening.
Don't.
And go ahead.
Do I recognize anyone?
Make a history check. And it's at this point another figure steps out next to Ryan. In actual clothing. Still in a similar, still in a state of kind of disarray and out and about constantly. But they seem to also be holding, ready to cast something. What'd you get?
13.
13.
Just kind of sitting there, head cocked at the mage, trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
I don't want to fight.
Don't attack. We are not fighting.
No, I know. But if they start casting a spell, I'm not gonna let it go through.
If they're being threatening, we shouldn't try to be threatening back.
No. If you know this or not, but being threatening is like half of my shtick.
And there comes a point where the one that had been speaking to you, Ryan, kind of raises their voice. Why are you here?
I already said.
Not you.
I'm going to kind of just slowly come forward. Like, I'm from here. You know me.
You said you weren't returning, Grave Woman.
Well, Kellenbor has called me back, and I serve him.
You should know these lands don't love you like they used to.
I know. I still have love for them, and I will respect the people of these lands. But I am here on a mission, and I'm here to help my friends. They're good people. We do not want to interfere with any of you. I offer my services if there is anyone sick or ill within your tribe of people. But we are just passing through. You know I mean no harm.
There's been no more sick since you last passed through our territory. You should know that.
For that I'm grateful. Is there anything we can do to set you at ease?
These lands haven't been very forgiving. Too many deaths. Not of illness anymore. Too much competition, too much war. They bring too much conflict to our once peaceful lands.
Has much changed since I've left?
Everything. We are half of what we used to be. This is what we have left. And people begin to step forward, lowering weapons. There's only about 15.
My friends, what has become of you?
Man-made conflict.
I never would have thought it would have reached here. Of all places.
Goes everywhere. We are only caught in the middle of it.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could have been here to help.
We will allow you to pass through our lands, Gravelman. You did me a great service when last you were through.
I thank you.
But if any of them start anything between us or the other tribes, you will be killed.
I can assure you they will not. And if that were to happen, their deaths would be justified along with my own.
What languages do you speak, Kalita?
I speak Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, and Primordial.
Okay. I don't know if any of you speak this language.
We'd have to know the language.
Guys, I don't.
Yeah.
Read me your languages real quick. I'll make a thing of it. I'll make a note of it at some point and have it somewhere I can get to it. I think Devon's only Dwarvish and Common.
Yeah, simple.
I am Common, Elvish, Gnomish, and Infernal.
Common, Draconic, Druidic, and Primordial.
Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Camp.
Common and Infernal.
None of you know this language that they speak to each other.
Lovely.
Man, I should have picked up.
Truthfully, it sounds a lot. A lot of mumbling and grunting, but
Do I recognize what language it is?
not with what you
No,
know.
I've probably only
Yeah.
seen things written. Yeah.
Kalita, since you recognize them, this is a one of the many tribes that share the land on Terra Veritatis. There's not really a good way to stay still on this island. Living here requires a lot of movement, a lot of migration during the seasons. They are very simple folk. Almost all of the tribes you've been to, very simple people who want to keep who they are within who they are. But they are very respectful of each other. They have certain areas where they are more comfortable, and they will call those their hunting grounds and their place of being. They were not unaffected like your village. But when you last saw this particular group of people, they were quite the community. This is disheartening.
I want to, like, I'm assuming that having spent some time with these people, I know, like, my way to, like, show, like, some sort of, like, comradeship, like, kind of, like, you know, like, kind of like a token of, like, peace and goodwill towards them. Like, I'm leaving them, like, with my blessing and, like, gratitude for their understanding.
Natural gifts. The reason there is a lot of peace throughout these lands is the fact that it's a lot of times people versus the land and less people versus people. That is why the tribes get along so very well. So, oftentimes, when there is I don't want to say collision or like they run into each other, but you know, you run into people. It's an island, you can only go so far. Peace is made through trade, offerings, gifts.
Okay. Trying to think of something to give. I don't carry around much.
I'd hesitantly like kind of take a step up towards Kalita and like pull on a loose piece of clothing to like get Kalita's attention.
Look down at Milky.
Do you think we could swap spells with them? Like, I could let them look at my spell book and try and copy one, and then.
Do
From
I
your-
know if their mage is interested in those things?
Their mage would probably have an easier time speaking to Ryan.
Okay. So kind of like using my knowledge of, the people that I do know and the things that I think they would find useful. I want to say, like, as like a parting gift of thanks, we would like to share our knowledge and what little we have with them before we part ways.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh. 13
13.
again.
Consider us not asking anything of you being a gift. You did much for us during the plague. We all lost many to the sickness. You did not ask anything of us then. We ask nothing of you now.
I want to slowly approach them, and then, like, on my way, just kind of like, I want to be sort of praying, and the vines in my hair, like for my hair, just start blooming, and I offer a flower and give it to them. I thank you, and I leave my blessing upon you, and the blessing of Kalimvor upon your people. I hope that you may soon grow again, and that you always remember that the circle of life and death is what connects us to the earth and to each other, and that these unjust deaths will be made right.
They take the flower. Because of you, my brother and sister, at the funeral they deserved, I would have never found their bodies. We'd accept your blessing, and we give you our own.
Thank you.
They say something in a language you don't understand. But as they take the flower and kind of put it in a small, just like, they don't really carry much. They do have belts for personal belongings, though. They take it and they deposit the flower. And they say something. And grant you a heaven's death.
Thank you.
Move! And they and the
As-
rest of the party begin to back off away from you guys.
As they turn, I kind of want to shout one last thing. Anything I should know about the town?
I've never been.
Thank you.
They
Guess we'll
begin
find.
to depart, heading in a more southward direction.
That's welcoming.
I fear for the people for you, Krieg.
So I know that you said that there was this plague and that people were sick, but what did they mean by conflict?
I can only assume the war. It must have reached here somehow.
Between
How?
Darnus and Talith?
There's no way.
Unless Talith is trying to use here as some sort of something. No, that doesn't make any sense either.
No.
I've only been gone. It's been less than a year. But so much is already degraded. And this tribe, they've lost so many. I don't know what happened.
Let's hope it's not any war conflict back home. I don't see any reason why this island would be involved in anything down south.
No, I think we're on the border. And there were once trade routes. But I've not seen anyone since we've been through. It's strange.
I'll just have to be careful.
I wonder why I was called to leave.
Maybe it was to get you to leave to come back when you were more needed. Who knows, maybe if you'd have stayed, you might have been lost. And then what good would you do? Right? I don't know much about religion, but everybody has a purpose. Everybody has orders. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
To get to that town.
Yeah.
Figure out what the heck is going on. What is that?
I wasn't scared before, I'm terrified now.
you'll be alright.
I don't think they could.
Didn't we come here to look for
That one's
Roland's
sister, yeah.
sister?
Yeah.
But there's
Do you
also
think
that
we could have
other
asked
map.
him?
Unlikely a couple of them would know the location of
I mean, I can run
Traveling
after
Drow.
and ask if you want.
I mean, if they've even seen her.
I feel like if they had seen a drow, they would have noticed and maybe said something after seeing our drow.
Very likely could be hid up in place for a long time, but we could always try. I guess you could cast a message on them.
Do you want me to go ask him?
I mean, I feel like they're gone at this point.
Time is not
You-
an object.
And I'm
We
sure
don't need to follow them.
I mean, they're not that far gone.
Yeah, and Nolki has Long Strider. I can go fast.
you could ask one of them, just don't be threatening and be polite.
Okay.
Be
Long
polite.
Strider, gone.
Oh my gosh.
Or you could yell.
Or that. You just yell like
I'm already
me.
gone if you're yelling.
I'm gonna try to come after him. This is just how this works. Like, no,
I
we don't
am-
have to run after them.
Good
I
job.
am currently going 90 feet around.
I'm still running after you.
Yeah, you really only get about 30 feet.
And then
Maybe
they're there.
40 when you run, like, start seeing them. And yeah, they're just, they walked away.
Okay. I'll just kind of like skid around. Hi, I'm Nolki.
Several
I'm
of them
guessing
draw
nobody's
weapons and
fierce.
pointed at
Yeah.
you, but just because you scared them, and then
Yeah, yeah.
If I see that, I'm gonna yell and just be like, "He's not threatening. I'm sorry."
make a persuasion check.
I can do that because I can't roll lower than a 10. Perfect. 17.
17. Okay.
Yep.
The who you're assuming is the leader kind of calms them down. What?
Have you seen a drow around here by any chance? Looks kind of like him, and then I'll point back at Roland.
No.
Instead of
Okay,
male or
thank you so
female.
much.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk back. Fuck running.
Okay.
I think Loki kind of instead because he's like run around them, will just kind of like dart out to one side and then back to the group. Kind of running through trees.
I run into a tree.
Only if I have firearms.
All right. So you make it back to the group.
Yes. I didn't see anything. They didn't see anything. Anything that looked like him.
Oh, it's a big island. Don't give up hope.
I did think it was unlikely, but it's a shot.
It was worth a shot.
I also thought it was unlikely.
You can't
And
just
Loki's
pass up
got the zoomies.
potential.
Where's the shot?
Like vibrating back and forth.
Yes, awkward.
A little bit.
Onward? Is that what I heard,
Yep.
or awkward?
Onward.
Both,
I heard
though.
both.
Onward and awkward.
Woo.
Let's go.
Let's move onward since it was
Me.
awkward.
Loki darts out, starts vibrating again, waiting for you guys to.
Oh,
He got the zooms.
boy. He has the zoomies. Oh my gosh, you really are Yorkie.
I mean, at this point, he's trying to figure out if he can go fast. This is. It's science.
All right.
It's science.
As you guys begin the what will probably be a 2.5 day trek.
I'm just traveling.
Yeah.
Island.
Well, welcome to. I accidentally made my world bigger than it needed to be, and we're just gonna deal with it.
Good job.
Sauce.
We're going to take a quick break.
Cool.
Alright.
Because I've had to pee since I hit the start streaming button. Let's go!
Oh, no.
Good job.
Woo! Alright. So we'll just take a couple minutes here. Just a reminder, if you are subscribed to the channel, you get an invite to our Discord where you can listen to the music that we listen to while we are streaming. That got
It's super
real
dope.
sad.
Did
Jeez.
There was some too happy music
damage.
going on.
Emotional damage.
All right, but we are going to take a break. We will be back here in about 5 to 10 minutes. Yee.
Yee.
Hiya. We're back early for once.
What?
Yeah.
The time we start early is the time this campaign wins? I don't know.
I would like to just, my goal someday, I would like to start on time.
What?
On time.
I have 2 kids, homie. Nothing is ever on time.
There, yep.
I'm either an hour early or I'm 45 minutes late. You don't get The fact I'm here at 6:05 for you is astounding. Okay.
So, we would like to continue where we left off.
We fucking walking.
You
It's like,
are
time to go.
Yeet.
you are hiking. You aren't just fucking walking. You are hiking.
Let's do this. I can do hiking.
Gonna have some rock hard calf muscles.
Oh gosh.
You already did.
That's like the 10th one today.
Can we just like take this power away from her? You're an elf now.
You're an elf now. It's okay.
Don't
I'm
be
gonna
so
learn.
selfish.
I think you lost everybody.
I get it. I get it. I was like, how is that a rock pun?
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
That, which means that was
It was
a
an elf.
10-second turnaround on how can I think of an elf pun. Boom.
Alright.
Which is so impressive.
Okay.
I think in dad jokes. I'm sorry.
This
Anyway.
power, you can't take away this power.
Roland is
there's
ashamed.
there's nothing we can do. There's
We only make
absolutely-
her stronger.
Yeah.
With every defeat, she learns how to beat us.
So begins the most boring part of D&D. Travel.
Walking.
Ah.
I don't know, we'd be walking.
At least we're not in the desert anymore.
Who
Yeah.
I know one of you isn't. Who all are my Have you all played Minecraft?
Yeah.
You guys know the big tree biomes where like you get the really really tall big trunked trees but the ground is like a coarse dirt
Jungle?
and you don't have
Oh,
the grass.
spruce.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Spruce.
mean
big spruce.
they're called oh gosh.
But they're where the big tall spruce trees are.
Yeah,
With the brown dirt.
it
around
is
them.
it is a biome.
My latest Minecraft world, I spawned on the top of one of those trees
Yeah.
in that biome.
Don't think I reckon.
So essentially,
It's where you get
taiga.
paws.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, really, really big, tall trees. However, the ground is a rather icky brown looking color.
Cold and rough and
Yeah, rough ground. Normal forests in Minecraft are Oceanchuggle. Those big forests are here. Rough
Great.
terrain, rocky ground,
getting slightly
coarse
mountainous.
dirt, but really big trees and still relatively dense forest. But you're also having to deal with big old mountains. These are bigger than Darnus Mountains, but smaller than Morrowind Mountains. If that puts anything into perspective.
I don't think Delayth has mountains.
Meh.
Mountains are mountains. They're all the same. They're all big. They're all rocky.
I had big mountains where I was from, I think.
I
Or
mean,
they're,
you're
like,
from
normal?
Morrowind, so they're kind of off
Well, I
in the
mean, like,
distance.
Up in where I was from, I'm pretty sure. I thought there was a mountain range there, but maybe there wasn't.
In
I don't
Ivern-
remember.
In Iverness or?
Hmm?
Okay.
No, in Callan, not Izinkney.
I was thinking, what was Iverness? Where the hell? What's an Iverness?
What's in what?
I don't even know what word you're speaking, homie.
Neither do I, apparently.
I think an ivor is a type of bird that is apparently a huge dick.
I have a friend who uses Ivor as her screen name. Let me send that to her right now.
They made a song about it.
Oh my.
I'm
Okay.
gonna find the song and post it in the chat.
IVOR. Okay.
Okay.
Remember how to spell.
So,
Be walking.
to make this go a little more smoothly. First day, not much happens. Uh,
I would like to change my spell list the second night.
okay. Well, how far do you guys go? Because you guys are still on desert time.
Yeah.
You can go a
Oh.
couple of hours, stop, and then just like spend that just completely resting,
Well, we
waiting
got
for
up at
One
we-
like
p.m.
1
we
in the
started
afternoon. It was 1 or 2 in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
till dark.
So let's start trying to get our sleep schedule a little back to normal.
Okay.
Also, sorry, I was wrong. It's not an Ivor, it's an Ibis.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still gonna post it in chat.
So you guys travel till dark. Everything's so much darker in the forest.
You didn't get me. Okay.
Hope no one's scared of the dark.
Just can't see in it.
Seeing it.
If anyone is, it probably would be
Everyone.
me due to my backstory.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Seeing it. Yeah, you
This
literally had
isn't
like a
just
demon creature walking
darkness.
through your house. If anybody should be scared of the dark, it's fucking you.
That's what I said.
it's terrifying. Oh, I think, yeah, I don't think Nulki is wise enough to be afraid of the dark, but that shook me to my core.
How you guys spend that time? You get as far as you can. I'm assuming the usual someone stays up and then we wait for the boy howdy and then everyone's asleep. Yep. Then everybody
Boy,
wakes
howdy.
up.
Boy,
Then the day
howdy.
continues on.
Yeah, that tracks.
All right. About the second day of travel, I would like everyone to make perception checks.
Try this one.
It's probably kind of
Am I
starting to
at
get into mid-evening.
Am I at disadvantage?
Technically, it's
evening?
not direct sunlight.
Let's go!
No,
Oh!
we're sitting directly underneath this patch of direct sunlight.
We just make a patch of direct sunlight that follows him around.
All right, usual.
That's literally animal cruelty.
You are a person, you know
You're
that,
a
right?
person.
So just be cruelty.
That is just called abuse. For being practical.
Animal cruelty.
Oh
Cho,
my god.
Oh.
Top to bottom.
3.
16.
10.
14.
Natural 20, 27.
No, that was 15. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
12.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Devin definitely got distracted climbing one of these trees.
What?
I think Devin was spending more time being like, are we about to get jumped again?
Yeah, I'm just like
Probably.
nervously watching, like trying to look at everything, and I don't see anything.
Yeah,
where I'm
she's
looking at everything.
she's too. Oh my gosh, what's that? And then it's just a bunny moving along, or and it's just a tree branch that's swaying in the wind.
Like, I'm not used to there being actual wild men in the woods, okay?
But
Look,
they're really not all
druid.
that bad. They're good.
Speaking of which, who rolled above a 13? 1,
And
2, and
rolling.
3. I know rolling. I'm not gonna forget rolling.
27.
he won't let her forget.
There is a point, Roland, where you guys are walking. And you're definitely on edge from the encounter from the day before. That there comes a point when you're kind of looking off down into the beginnings of a valley for this part of the mountains. Those are tents. Those are people moving. and you kind of pointed out to Kalita and Brian, and Kalita confirms that another one of the tribes.
Are they friendly?
You
Or
say
should we go
hello?
around?
Loki's not there. I'm climbing a tree.
Do I recognize any telltale signs of the tribe?
From your experience, almost all of them are relatively neutral. Not super open to people, but are not usually ones to come out swinging first.
If you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you.
They tend to err on the side of caution, but
That's because they're smart. We can go down and, cautiously and see if they've maybe seen your sister. Maybe
it will add onto your guys' travel time.
if we want to spend that time.
I'd like to.
Devin's really
I mean, it's not
considering life.
entirely out of the way.
Is it though? Isn't it though? We're already traveling for 2.5 days.
What spells to try out, Devin?
Like what?
What if they can't read?
They don't need to read.
Yeah, there's a chance that none of them know common. That is entirely
Are we going? I
possibility.
have this. Are we going? I have
He
this.
died because of you. I don't know.
I don't think we should go, but that's just me.
The
Would
other
you
tribes didn't.
would you say that in my time on the island I've had some interaction with pretty much all the tribes? It was like
Good chunk
9,
of
10
them.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like-
it's not like they're an official thing where you can count how
Yeah.
many. I promise I am not trying to be racist or anything like that. Do not throw me under the bus. If you
Get ready to
think
cut me off.
of Native American tribes, you have I should know the word. We literally live like we're surrounded by them. What is the word?
Reservation.
Reservations. Thank you. Oh my gosh. They have their marked reservations. This is not that. This is very if I were to just I and anybody who knows this island were to describe it in a D&D term, it would be neutral. It is very everyone's pretty much kind of for them and for their tribe, but other than that, there's no like super duper good deeds kind of situation. Everyone is there to survive, which is much better to and much easier to do in a community.
So we could do either way then. We could talk to them or just keep going to the town.
I vote we keep going.
Yeah.
There's a very high chance they wouldn't have seen her.
I can catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should keep going. And Milky, you're not going by yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you should travel alone. Not knowing the area, you should not travel alone.
You saw how they treated me and they didn't know she was with me.
It's the fact that he doesn't need to go alone anywhere, even in civilized society. We're literally on a murder rock island that had a dragon in it. So I still think we would have better luck finding information if she's here if we just get to the village.
I mean, if you give me like a gift to bring down, I can just run down.
I don't think that would be smart though.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, I think we should just keep going. When in doubt, we have to come back this way anyway. So
It won't be here then, most likely. Okay.
It'll be fine. We should keep on though.
Okay.
Okay. Rest of the day, pretty uneventful. Usual. Someone stays up, waits for Boy Howdy, goes to bed, Waits for morning to roll around. Starting on the third day, Kalita, the area is definitely far more familiar to you than it used to be. This is a good sign. You guys are close. About halfway through the day, with your perceptiveness, you're able to start seeing the outline of the village. I still want you to make a perception check for me, though.
That's a 26.
26. Okay. So you see the outline of the village. Why does it seem bigger than the last time you were here? Okay.
I mean, it has been 10 years since I've actually been in the village, so.
Continuing even further, I would like everyone to make perception checks.
You want another one from me?
No. I will keep yours.
Am I at disadvantage?
You are, since you're starting to hit more open
Do it.
area.
I already rolled well for today. I don't need to roll well anymore, right, y'all?
Alright.
Getting better. It's 4.
Getting worse, it's a 9!
8.
12.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Alright. As you approach, and you're definitely like, okay, this is probably only like an hour, maybe 2 hours away. There's a bend right before you hit the big open area. You saw it from above. You kind of come down, and then there's a bend that you have to go around. Those are some dark-looking trees. Holy shit. And as you come around the bend, and the path finally clears, and you round the side of the mountain, where you would expect to see a village, you see a dark blackened spot.
What kind of spot?
From a distance, ruin.
Do I remember what was once there?
The village.
The whole
You're talking
village?
about the
Can you see like any shapes of buildings, or is everything basically just desecrated?
There's shapes of buildings.
How old does this look?
You guys are still too far away to find out.
Is there like smoke coming up from it?
With your perception check, no, you don't see any.
I'm
But I
running.
rolled a 20.
As I'm running, I'm gonna catch up to Kalita.
Running.
I'm gonna catch up to Kalita and cast Long Strider as she's, and then I'm just gonna chase behind her.
She books it.
She books it. I catch up, and then she's gone.
Kalita is just
Yeah,
gone.
I'm gonna run
Chase
too.
after.
So I guess we're all
Alright.
following.
You're all following.
Kalita way out in front, then me, and then everyone else, except Roland. Roland can catch up to all of us, I think.
No, I
If
think
he really wants to.
I think you still run faster. Oh no, he
has
can because
bonus
he can
action
dash. He can
Yeah.
bonus action dash. So that means Kalita's movement is doubled, correct?
Yes.
So
No,
60
not
feet.
doubled. Plus 40. Plus 10. So her speed's now 40, so she can go 80 in a single.
Okay.
170.
Roland can go 90, so he can match her.
Yep.
Okay.
Go 60.
Roland, do you stick with her or do you keep running ahead?
60.
I'm gonna stick with her. I don't see any reason to push past.
Okay. For those of you who are not Roland and Kalita,
High five, Ryan. Row.
you guys are running, and it is made easier by Ryan, who's definitely like kind of trying to push people out of the way of broken cobbled road.
Yep, your feet.
Lots of plants that have been uprooted. The closer you get, the more you notice the area surrounding the village, turning a dark and muddy color. Where there used to be crop fields, nothing but dry, blackened earth. Upon arriving at the entrance, you are met with wilted buildings and broken land. Dried black smears mark what remains of the walls on some buildings, while others seem to have just withered away. The same can be said for the remains scattered throughout the land.
Now,
Does this
could we
look
tell
like-
how old this is?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, does it look more like a fire or more like a combination of a bunch of different things?
Make a nature check.
Oh. Ten.
10?
Yeah.
Looking at some of these. Fire? Yes, for some of them. No, for a lot of the others.
I know my fire.
Whatever's on the walls looks like it was once liquid.
Hmm. Yeah, this.
Would I know what kind of liquid?
Blood? I'm going to make a guess.
You never know.
Right now, Moki's thinking these are
Make a
stellar.
nature check, Roland.
My newfound intelligence. That is a 12.
12. Just enough to know that this does not look like dried blood.
This. Can I think of any spells that would cause stuff like this? Any combination of
Make an arcana check.
liquid of fire? Well,
12. Nothing really that comes to mind easily.
My question still stands of how can we tell how old it is? Like when this potentially happened.
With everybody else's rolls, for the sake of ease, and looking at the remains on the ground. Easily years.
Years? How did I never hear about this? then I'm just gonna keep running, and I'm going to go kind of to like the part of where should be where I'm most familiar with, where my home would have been, like my neighbors, and just looking for anything. I'm a desperate at this point.
Make a since you're kind of glancing around, make a perception check for me.
She's running on the roads even that aren't there anymore. Because everything is burned out.
13.
13. Your quote unquote neighbors. Everyone's pretty spread out. Close enough that, shouting distance. They seem to be affected by possible small fires, but not too much damage. Your house is gone.
What happened? I'm just in such a muddle. I cannot think straight. All I can think about are the faces of my sister, my best friend, of everyone. I'm just shocked. I knew going home would be hard, but not for this reason.
Anybody else
And-
doing anything?
Can I mean, I'm bad at this, but can I look at like the bodies and see if I notice anything besides fire?
Could help
Uh,
as well, potential.
Sure. Make that'll actually have to be, let's do investigation.
You said I could do.
Yes. Yours, however, Ryan, I will allow you to do either investigation or nature.
It's the same thing, so.
Ooh. I like that.
I got 14.
14?
I got a 19.
19. For you, Ro, running around, this is the second village. This is the second village that has turned to rubble. Finding the bodies is not very hard. I mean, they're almost all out in the open on the road. You go to check inside one of the houses, two of the houses, they're actually rather empty. I forgot exactly, specifically what you were looking for. I made you.
I
roll
was looking to
investigation.
see what else happened to the bodies besides just like fire, like if there was like an attack or if there was like, I don't know, something else magical maybe. Like,
Alright. Around one of the bodies that is on dirt, not the cobblestone road, there's an area around it that is seeped, just dyed a very unnatural color.
what color?
A very dark, muddy looking color. And actually, honestly, when you go up to it, it has a very kind of dry mud. Wet sand, if you will.
Mhm.
Texture to it. Brian, you rolled a
14.
14. This looks sadly familiar. is almost the same state that tree was in. When the dryad went mad.
Do we think this could be dryads again or something similar?
That was caused by
Obviously,
that,
something much stronger.
Something caused the dryad to do that.
which it was the hags, right?
For that, yeah.
Before.
It might not be hags this time.
It's been a lot.
I know the spell how to do what they did. Like,
Anybody else doing anything?
What spell did
Hmm?
What spell did this?
I can't hear you, actually. You're
What,
very
what
quiet.
spell did this, Ryan?
is it
Do
that
you
spell
think?
kind of deal? Or would you say?
You know the Blight spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it's
Blight.
capable of.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things about the Blight spell is that it sucks the moisture out of everything that's around it.
Mm-hmm.
The tree, yes, that was very dry. It's not the same to be said here.
Think I want to. I'm assuming that up to this point it was just kind of kneeling on the ground. I want to stand up and like continue walking through and going to like the last place that I really like spent a lot of time was the graveyard. And I want to go there and just to see.
Okay.
Also keeping my eye out on the bodies to see if any like I don't know scraps of clothing or anything that I might recognize.
Okay.
People that I may know.
All right. This is not the right song for this situation. I apologize.
In sadness.
Did not like how fast that was moving. Many of you see Kalita come back towards the entrance of the village and make her way over to a rather large graveyard, which does seem to be untouched. And she climbs quite a ways up. There are several paths that have to move around hills. The winding pathways that lead to the gravestones that mark what used to be a little over half a village. You approach two simple headstones. To the party, they are stones to people who used to be. To you, they are the reminder of people who used to be family. They are marked with what is now a dry, bloody smear. And written in the same black, dried whatever from the village walls are 3 words mirrored on each stone. You did this.
think at seeing Kalita kind of heading towards the graveyard, I would have kind of.
You were
followed
very
the-
quiet, my guy. Hold on, give me a
sorry.
second.
Sorry. Seeing Kalita trying to go to the graveyard, I think I kind of headed in that direction. So like just kind of stand by Kalita. And then seeing that from a distance, I think I would just kind of stop and stand there a little bit behind.
I did this. Then talking to Kalimvor, it's kind of why? What? I don't understand. What? What did I do wrong? What happened to my family? My parents, I could understand. That was sickness. That was natural. That was sad, but circle of life. But the rest of this, what do I do? What do I do?
There is a moment in this. You are met with silence. And like the 3 words written on the gravestones, you receive 3 words in return. Justice and balance. Your choices are your own.
I don't know if I know it's my choice. I want to do what's right. I want to bring justice. I don't see how. How?
Not knowing what's going on, I think Loki's just gonna come up and kind of just reach up and like hold Kalita's hand.
Thank you, friend. I used to believe that I was as sturdy as the earth upon which we stand, upon which I am made. At this moment I feel very fragile.
Feeling
I did not hear what you said there.
I know the feeling all too well.
And then speaking to the graves, my parents, I'm so sorry for all this. I'm so sorry I couldn't save you. I couldn't help the rest of our family. Sorry I left Gemma. I thought I was doing what was right. But Kellenbor is right. Now what I do is my choice, and I must stop this force. Desecrates lives, that destroys villages. I will have to do what's right.
Are the rest of you kind of watching from a distance? You guys are too far to be able to hear what she's saying. You do see the moment she breaks, though. Usually this very stoic, heart of the group, well-rounded person who kind of took you guys all under her wing in one go. All apart. And while she is speaking, you are all very, jumped and surprised when you hear a voice behind you. She was a good kid.
Who are you?
You turn around and you see this bearded, wrinkly old man's face that you can see right through him. Dark lines falling down his cheeks. That part's unnatural.
You said we can see who threw him. Do you mean like physically?
Yes.
Okay. Ghosty
Ghost
man.
man. Whoa.
Alita and I are just up on the hill.
But yeah,
I was on the hill.
still ask
This
my
is
question.
while
So
this is
Yeah.
while she is speaking. So this is happening at the same time as that moment.
I'm still gonna ask who he is.
An old friend of their family.
Intrusive question, but what happened to you?
Don't really remember. Kind of taken by surprise. Whole village was. She deserved better. They both did. What breaks us makes us whole sometimes.
Yeah.
She rose to occasion. Took it upon herself to make the world a better place than it was. But sometimes when you break, you fall apart. Y'all know she had a little sister?
Yeah. She mentioned that.
Didn't really take everything all too well. They lost their parents in one go. And then we all had the people we loved back for a short period of time. It wasn't the same. It was evil doing. I remember a little girl with the heart of a protector. Certainly looks like she grew up to be one.
He very much still has that heart.
Parents would be proud.
Did this happen not long after she left?
Give or take a few years. Whatever that thing was, it wasn't alone.
Do you remember what this thing looked like?
Looked like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Couldn't really tell you much about her, though.
Did she stay looking like a beautiful woman, or did she change into something else?
Still a beautiful woman. She looked sad, though.
This woman human? Or an elf?
Certainly hope it wasn't actually human. You're looking at what it's capable of. He turns around and looks at the village.
And did the others with her look similar?
I didn't see much of them.
Sorry, hang on. So we have no idea what happened here.
Yeah. You know some things. Death is tricky. Kinda hard to explain. You only really ever experience it once.
I might experience.
Are you okay, kiddo?
It's, it's all metaphorical. Like, we've all died on the inside, but somehow we still have to push through.
Are you okay, kiddo?
No, but we're not here to talk about me. I'm just hoping whatever this is, we haven't. I mean, I hope we haven't encountered it before, but if we have, it might make it easier.
Certainly hope you haven't encountered it.
As do I.
Did it come from like the forest or just like come like trade kind of levels?
Well, I'll tell you what. Didn't come from normal trade route. And he kind of turns and he's looking. He just kind of begins to glide through the town. Do you follow?
Is this a yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
follow him.
Alright. He leads you to. Alright, I gotta look at my map. Oh, actually, I lied. He doesn't really move. He continues to look off into the direction that Kalita and Nolki are. Y'all head a little further west. Came from over there. I remember. Sun was setting.
Apologies.
Oh, good.
The west sun was setting.
You're hearing none of this, Nolki.
I know. But Devin is.
Am I though?
Roll to see if Demon's paying attention.
To the literal ghost that appeared behind Devin, who
I rolled
super
a 10.
jumpy?
Half there, half not.
Kinda like the ghost.
I was gonna ask after he says sunset stuff. Had you seen them here before passing by, or was this a whole new person?
Hold on. Honey, the one I did see, the one I just described to you, never before seen in my life. I
When you
wish
say
I
the
could help
what?
you more.
No, I mean, when you can't remember, you can't remember, and I don't blame you.
I don't think I lasted very long when they came and killed us.
You say they.
There were
More
other
than one of them?
figures. I only really got a good look at one of them, but you could hear them. It's really not the right song for this situation. We are removing this from the playlist because it's the same one from before.
You heard them speak?
Yeah. Well,
Did you recognize the language?
I can't say I did.
Can't ask him what it sounded like. Damn it. Fuck. Did you pick out any words specifically that you heard them say, or was it all too quick?
It was a little too quick, and I don't know how long ago. Time is torturous.
Time is a social construct built by the man. Anyway.
Time is a weird soup.
I love that you could quote that.
You like jazz?
You
like
jazz?
I don't know how you couldn't like jazz. Jazz is chaos.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Milky would like jazz.
Just y'all promise me something.
Sure.
Y'all make sure she comes out of this.
If anything wants her, they have to get through all 5 of us first.
She's strong, yeah. But I saw her when her parents died. Both the first time and the second time. She buried that so deep. No one can be okay after that.
I understand that.
And at this point, Kalita, as you're kind of like spinning around and trying to breathe for a moment, clear your mind, you turn around and you see this figure off in the distance, and you recognize him. One of the friends of the village. The first person to defend you when everything went wrong. So he kind of looks up. He just gives you a wave.
probably gonna start making my way down. I want to. Oh, probably just smiling at him, sadly. I'll ask. Do you need to be put to rest? To be released?
Only by your hand, darling. He kind of reaches out his hand.
It would be my pleasure.
You grab his hand.
Yeah.
As you go to place your hand, it's not like you can really physically touch this being. But he slowly turns his palm up and matches yours and begins humming a song. A tune that used to be played summer nights, fall nights, when a lot of the miners came home. And as he goes to twirl you in this dance, by the time you spin back around, he's gone.
I sing along, continuing on even afterwards with my gravelly voice.
God.
I'm literally gonna go through this whole video and I'm gonna keep a counter of how many rock jokes you make.
23.
Wow.
Sorry, did that ruin the moment?
No, I think it was.
Turn back to everyone. I think we need to stop whoever is doing this. But first, I need to help the rest of my friends who are still here. Help them move on.
You maybe can.
Thank you.
I need everyone to make perception checks.
This is what ruined the movement, not moment, not the gravelly voice, the perception.
The perception check.
Oh no.
Alright. Top to bottom.
Natural 20 for a total of 21.
Am I at disadvantage?
Nice.
Yes, you have
23?
disadvantage. 23.
12.
12? Okay.
14.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It was a
No.
21.
Sad day.
You just saw a ghost. So
I know.
it
Like, wow.
tracks.
In the daylight, that's hard. You had to focus. Your
Revenant.
eyes are
I
hurt.
don't know why I'm so distracted.
Well, look, your eyes
You
are
threw
hurt.
this one. A revenant
Yeah.
is solid.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
seeing through this guy, and also the sunlight's coming through it.
They're like a
Eyes.
I got
Bro.
a 12.
Alright. DC was pretty high. Technically,
Yeah.
two of you made it. But I'm gonna give it to the natural 20. As you are helping, you guys begin to start. I mean, there's only one real way to put the dead to rest. Unfortunately, that means helping with burying or burning bones and bodies.
Move earth and float in dust.
There comes a point, however, Devin, you are moving to help and you see one of the bodies, and you're like, okay. And you go, and you're about 10 feet from it when you hear this. And you kind of peer into one of the building that it's next to. And you see something dark dripping from the doorway.
Oh, that's not.
Like that.
I want to like take my sword out and like touch it with the sword.
As you take your sword out, the body next to it begins to violently shake. And suddenly there's a dark form that is still, it's dark and sparkly, let's put it that way. Form that lunges out at you. Several more pop up from around the area. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, that's fucky. Oh,
Damn it. Wow.
whoa.
And we're gonna get
That's
a
not bad though.
battle map here soon. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh no. That's alright, Efla's out too. How'd you do, Efla? Better than me, I hope. Much better than me. That's per usual.
Side note, I got this food brought to me and it's spicy as fuck.
The emotional moment with the ghost was slightly inconvenienced by Roland and his cat.
Yeah.
It was adorable.
He jumped up on me. She got real sweet after the day.
If I can get the map up, I apologize. Why is this not working? That freaking closed on me. Stop
Kinda
that.
does. He kind of does, yeah.
What?
No,
Sorry.
the wolf in the background looks like a derpy wolf that we got from a carnival, and we called him Boop Snoot. It looks like him.
Incredible.
No, it
Incredible.
was Droop Snoot because its nose literally went down at an angle.
Can you guys tell me if we just froze on stream?
I haven't been able to have stream open this whole time.
Yeah, same.
I know somebody does though. That's what's important.
I'll pull it up. Yeah,
It
this
can't.
one.
It's not
The
me.
guy this one because it's got a wonky ear, so its name is.
Looks
This
to be
is
going to me.
not gonna work.
I've got an
the way
ad
I-
going, so
Oh, it's okay. I was only talking to the people who did have it open, so.
Yeah, it is open and
Well, it was
moving for
open.
me.
It just had played an ad.
are we talking about the stream?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fine on my end. but-
Tell me what you see. Oh, for mother flippity. There we go.
Please.
Cool. That's good enough for me.
My
The brown and
Yes,
khaki dirt.
I'm aware.
Specifically khaki. It has.
Yes.
Whoa.
There's
Whoa.
Ah!
Huh.
Oh, we gonna need to zoom. Hey. And some more.
big zoom.
Oh boy.
Got little squares in it.
Okay.
Oh, we're all spread out.
I
It's
know.
gonna be a mess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Devin, you are most
Good
definitely
luck.
up here.
Come way the fuck over there.
Talita, I'm gonna put you in the center of town because you're probably orchestrating.
And
Roland's relatively strong, so he's probably over here.
I've got
You
floating
are
to
also
scout.
relatively strong. You are probably consoling. You are probably lost and confused and following Ryan.
Oh, where on this map?
Why am I so far away?
Where on this map relatively is the graveyard?
Do. I actually have a ping. I can ping. Hiya!
Yeah.
Over there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I probably
Okay.
would have snuck off at this point to try and remove the right on the headstones.
You did not say that beforehand, so we
Okay.
are here.
Sweet.
I apologize, but that
All
is.
good.
Get rid of the ping. I need to grab thingy-mabobs. Come here.
If I could have done that before, I would appreciate it and then be back. That's something I would have liked
Probably
to
have to
do.
be an after thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is really bad when I can't see you guys. I hate it. All right. Hiya. And one from one of the bodies that's probably closest to you guys. All right.
I don't like that.
This is great. This is awesome. I'm glad I'm so far away
Hey,
from
you
everyone
can
else.
tank now.
You can take now.
This is called the consequences of my actions from the Q&A session we did.
No, but all right.
I like to think it is.
All right, but I do need to get
Look
rid
at my forehead now.
of these.
I'm
Alright.
pumped.
Me.
Let's go.
All right. I also have to roll initiative, and I also have to roll initiative.
And
I got spicy nudes. Let's
And
go.
you also have to roll initiative.
And could I get a tiny Efla?
Oh my gosh, you and Efla.
Gotta love them spicy
Why
moods.
doesn't Efla just have her own mini at this point?
Because the drawing I drew is not done.
Okay.
Okay, I had an Efla. Where the fuck did Efla?
No,
I had a little.
Efla is great.
I thought you just used a little square last
I
time.
did, and I had it ready, and it's not here. I specifically had it made because I knew that would be a thing, and it's not here. I told myself I'd be prepared. I was really close to it too, and then
Efla. It's always like
doing
the
great,
familiars and the pets and
I
everything.
had it
that
made.
Let's be
ruin.
fair,
Where did it
it's
go?
always Nulki. The problem is always Nulki. That's the collective.
Okay, the
think
only
this is-
problem with this is in order to be able to move things, you guys are on that side of my screen now. So when I'm speaking to you, if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, now I need to do hiya. Do that, and then do. All right, that is a. Oh my god. All right.
I don't like that.
25 to 20.
23!
22.
Oh, 21!
Damn, okay.
Shit.
Nice,
Wait,
nice.
Roland,
Let's
you
get
are-
it. Let's kick ass.
what is your dex total?
18.
Okay.
Hope I have it.
Oh, Efla's a 20 as well.
So 22 for Roland. I thought I heard a 21. Is there a 21?
Me!
Okay.
I've
Cleve.
never rolled that high on initiative.
That
What was
is
Efla?
20.
These we have it right in order, right?
All right.
Mm.
Holy mother of jeez. 20 to 15.
16.
17.
What the hell?
Fuck you, we rolled good.
No. Not
We
me.
are not to be trifled
Be
with.
specific.
That's okay, we still rolled good.
Okay, what did you what you get?
Not one.
For a total of
Woo!
I got
Not one?
You guys, the luck had to come from somewhere. I am cursed, so the rest of you can shine.
All right. Let's do this. So up first
I
in
rolled
initiative
average.
is Devin.
Hey, yeah, that tracks, because I just got panic spooked by this thing.
With
It's
your
right in
sword
front of
out.
me with my sword out. So 3 attacks to its face. If it has a face. The general area is what I'm aiming for.
It does. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
I
you're right.
scream as I hit with a natural 20. That's
No,
the third
my
in a
God.
row.
Yeah.
Leave that die
Alright.
forever.
Let's do some damage.
God, all right, let's go.
1 in 400, by the way.
18 damage
Jesus Christ.
for my first attack.
And it's a magical weapon,
It's a
so
magical weapon. That is an unnatural 20 to hit
Oh yeah, that hits.
for another 9 damage.
It is dead. It is
Alright.
dead again.
My God.
It is dead again.
Holy fuck.
Okay, as I do that, I'm like, huh, and I turn around and I see that one behind me, and I'm just like, huh, and I'm gonna charge at that one for my third attack to hit it.
There are several behind you, technically.
I only see one on the screen though.
There's 3.
There is
Towards
One,
Ryan, towards Kalina.
2, 3.
I'm going to 2. 2 is the closest one immediately. I assumed I just turned to my left.
1, 2.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the first one I saw.
Okay. Give me directions, people.
Sorry.
We're in the moment. She just turned around after.
It's a 20 something.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Damn it.
Fuck, that's only 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 1 on the die.
All right.
Wait, no, hold on. 7 damage, because it's 6 plus 1, so 7. Sorry.
Okay.
5, I'm stupid. Yeah,
I was-
and this whole time I'm just like, being
Okay.
very loud.
You have one more swing, my dear. It's your bonus action.
No, that was my bonus action.
Was it? Oh, yes, it was. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that was all 3.
All right.
The others are
Next
looking at next level.
up is Roland.
Howdy. I would like to bonus action dash to the one that's closest to Kalita.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Is it
Use-
surprised by me?
No.
You are surprised. By
Technically, it hasn't taken an action in combat. However, they initiated combat.
Okay. I
If
was
that
just wondering if
makes
he was
sense.
looking at me or anything.
Oh, yeah, he's looking in that direction.
I still have advantage.
Because he hasn't taken a round in combat.
That is a natural 19.
That hits.
Nice.
And is it sneak attack because you have advantage?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Scary.
Just 4d6. That's a lot of ones.
Damn.
$17 plus 4, so 21. I can't math.
All right. But your weapon is not magical.
It is not.
Nope. So that is okay. All right. At the end of your turn.
Yep.
You are very lucky that you have a dex of 18 because they tied you in initiative. You
All of
wouldn't-
them?
Yes.
What?
I rolled for the group.